Hi, my name is Patty. I've worked at the Butterfly House for 9.5 years. One of my favorite things about working for the Butterfly House is that I really believe in the mission, and I love coming to work in a park atmosphere every day that I work.
I love to meet people from around the world and around the country that come to visit us. I think that they anticipate something when they come here, and very often they leave feeling so much more excited than when they came initially.
My favorite part of the Butterfly House is actually where we are right now, our native butterfly garden, because a lot of people come wanting to see exotic butterflies, but they end up finding they have something beautiful they can have in their own backyard right here.
So my favorite plant here at the Butterfly House is the cup plant. It's a great big plant and it's great for wildlife. You can find tree frogs in it, you can find bees, butterflies. It's just a great wildlife plant.
I'm actually doing my favorite thing at the Butterfly House. I am making snacks for little bugs, which is a class that I teach 1 day a week, and it's anywhere from 2 to 4 year olds, and they're a lot of fun.
I like working at the Butterfly House because every day is something new. So some days it's butterflies and some days it's like beetles or millipedes. Never thought I'd be working with those. So it's just something creative and new every day.
So kids just love coming to the Butterfly House for education. They get to actually experience live animals. Classes that we teach are hands-on, so it's just fun for them to experience the animals in that and get to touch them.
My favorite part about working at the Butterfly House as an entomologist is getting to play with all sorts of amazing, wonderful beetles from all around the world. Like this Derbiana beetle from Africa, giant elephant beetle from Costa Rica, beautiful bronze metallic stag beetle, beautiful metallic rainbow colored stag beetle from Australia. Or perhaps it's a buffalo beetle from Uganda and tropical Africa. Or sometimes it's just a big old tank of black and yellow taxicab beetles or flower chafers from Africa. I love taking care of all these guys, and it's always exciting to see them do well.
I'm considered more of a new employee here at the Butterfly House, but I already feel like I've become a member of the team here, and I have two things that I absolutely love about it. The first one being the people, the staff, the guests. Every time I come in, everyone's always has something nice to say. They're always happy to be here. And the second part is that why I even applied for the job in the first place. This place to me is just magical. You come in here and you can walk into an environment where there's thousands of butterflies flying all around you. I can't think of anywhere else in the world that I could have a job like that.
Jason, you've now been at the Butterfly House for 16 years. What is your favorite part about working here?
I just like garbage. Oh my God. Every day and hard because it's very busy. You're very busy. I like playing job and I don't like the best playing job ever.
So I think my favorite thing about weddings here is the ceremonies in our native garden. I don't think there's a lot of places in St. Louis where you can really get that, and we get couples from all over the US that come here just to have their wedding at the Butterfly House. We host over 75 weddings a year, so it's a lot of fun getting to meet all those different people.
I started with the Butterfly House 18 years ago, and at that time the native garden didn't exist. It was designed to put in specifically to be an education garden with native plants. And since that time, we've expanded it to really be also an event garden as well. And in the last 5 years, we've also added our nature trek, which is a sensory trail where you actually get to explore all 5 senses through our native garden.
So I'm Vicki Campbell. I'm the director of the Butterfly House. This is Jennifer Mullock. She's the assistant director of the Butterfly House. And we've been in our new positions.
Not so new, 6 years.
Yeah, not for you. But one of the best things about the last 6 years has been that we've enjoyed having new employees start and making the Butterfly House what it is today.
Yeah, and learning from the former employees,
Yeah.
so they're not so new. What I love about the Butterfly House is that no matter what, when you're having a bad day or a rough day, you can always go into the hallway and find someone who's excited to be here and what we do here.
My favorite part of being at the Butterfly House is the conservatory, and I know it's classic, but my favorite butterfly is the Starry Night Cracker.
I just think they're beautiful, and they remind me of a fuzzy little beautiful piece of art.
A little spark.
Little spark.
In my 12 years here at the Butterfly House, I've seen us grow in our standing in the professional field. I've seen us grow in our standing in the community. I've seen this classroom get remodeled. I've seen the staff grow and become more developed. But the entomology lab has remained the same size and had the same limits it always has been. So I'm looking forward to seeing it get remodeled and finally make it into the modern age.
So the Butterfly House, when we first initially opened, was more about the butterflies than anything else. So the entomology lab was designed just for receiving butterflies. Since that time, we've opened our doors to thousands of other insects, hundreds of different species, and all done in this tiny little space. In this small amount of space, we've done as much as we possibly can. We want to be as sustainable as we possibly can, and rear as many of our own animals as we possibly can. We keep growing, but our space has not. We've packed this place to the gills, and we just want to be able to keep going and grow as much as we possibly can.
One of the most exciting parts of our lab expansion here at the Butterfly House is that we're going to be able to do new work towards our conservation efforts. One of our biggest conservation efforts over the years has been figuring out ways to breed things like these giant beetles from Central America. This is a Hercules beetle, so we're trying to find ways to breed them in captivity here so that our guests can still get to experience these amazing, huge insects without putting pressure on the wild populations by collecting them. Unfortunately, they take a lot of space. A tub like this would be only enough room for one baby beetle, and it may take 1 or 2 years. So if we're trying to breed dozens or hundreds of them, you can imagine how much space that would take. So I'm really excited with the new lab. We're going to be able to do new conservation efforts that would simply be impossible with our current space that we have now.